So, The Escapist is about you trying to escape a prison. You know, it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, the game is called The Escapist, so it shouldn't surprise you that you're trying to leave prison preemptively. I mean, come on. So you're trying to leave the prison by any means necessary. This game is largely about planning. If you go in with no idea of what to do, just knowing that you have to escape, you will get shot and that will be the end of you. But if you plan accordingly, save up tools, befriend other prisoners, and collect enough money, then escape will be possible. Starting out, you get placed in a comfortable prison cell. You have a chest to store things, a bed, a vent, plenty of things to do. That's when you see there's an announcement. You meet up with the prisoners and talk to them while the guards are telling you about your day. Listening to them will get you information like whose cell's getting searched. Obviously, if you have contraband, you're not going to want the guards to find it. The morning meeting was one of several events that you need to be present for because the cops will get suspicious of you if you are missing. Now, most games I talk about use the exact same controls. And this time's no different. WASD to walk, point and click to interact with things. But, spacebar puts you into fighting mode, and if you click someone, you will get beaten. So it's best to have a weapon if you want to fight someone. Talking to prisoners can get them to like you more, which would mean they'll sell stuff at a better price than if they were neutral. If you want to get them to like you faster, they'll offer tasks to you in exchange for money. Tasks are probably the best way to get money in the game, so you can only take 3 at a time. There's also a whole crafting element. Basically, you can craft stuff from other things you find. In order to do that, you need to raise your intelligence stat by going on the internet. Which, like most actions in the game, will raise a fatigue meter which goes down by using the showers or by eating. You can also raise your general speed and your general strength by working out. It fatigues you just the same as using the internet, but it can benefit you if you're playing the long game. You have several possible methods of escape. Tunneling out from underground, cutting through the fence, you can even make a fake key if you want, which also results in cutting the fence. The game's pretty fun because ironically it's pretty free roam. I mean, yeah, not following the schedule will get you punished, but there are several things you can do. I mean, you can craft, walk around, work out, take a shower, eat, escape, beat up some guards, die, get resurrected. The world's full of possibility. I'm going to start by talking about how the game is formatted, and then move on to the game's appearance. It's pretty simple. Just by looking at the game you can guess what everything is. But if you aren't sure, you can hover over it and it'll tell you what it is. Starting in the upper left, there's your current money, your health, the suspicion the cops have on you, and your fatigue. On the bottom of the screen, it says the time of day and the current activity you are expected to participate in. The right-hand side is mostly your items, followed by your stats, your current tasks, your crafting table, and your settings. Like I said, it's pretty intuitive. It doesn't take a genius to figure out everything. Characters will have signs appear above their heads. Speech bubbles are tasks you can take, and dollar signs are people who are trying to sell you things. Right-clicking them will bring up their menu, showing you your relationship with them and their deals. That's pretty much everything in the format. The game's art style is simple, and you could tell all the characters come from a base. But it doesn't really matter, as it gets the job done and differentiates enough of the prisoners. Backgrounds look pretty good. Things that are damaged actually look damaged, which is a plus I wish I didn't have to mention. The music of the game is good as well. Very simple, and there are a couple of reused tracks throughout the prisons. I like the game's design as it offers a lot, and even though the character designs are simple, everything else is pretty complex, so I'll give this one a pass. The only problem I have is when you draw things, like, who has forks that big? Looking at this game compared to the others, I think it offers a lot in terms of replayability. But there were some points in the gameplay that I either had no clue what to do, or the random number generators would be cruel and I would have to wait until the next day. I think the best place for the Escapists would have to be right in between Kindergarten and the first Five Nights at Freddy's. Kindergarten offered little in the way of replayability, whereas this game brought a lot to the table. Unfortunately, I think the lulls in the game were holding it back from a higher ranking. Beyond the Escapists lies both the Walking Dead spin-off game and the sequel to the original. If you want to play the original and you don't have a computer for some reason, then it's available in the App Store and also the PS4, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch, so you get a fair amount of choices. Either ironically or intentionally, the Escapist was a fun escape from the cardboard backgrounded reality I'm in. So go check it out. Well, that was a video. I don't have a lot to say in terms of a what's coming next message, other than I've got at least 2 more videos planned for December, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, all support is appreciated, and I will see you next time. Later.